Hi everybody, this is Tom, and today is Tuesday, July 19th, I think. So I got all my patches in that I planned to put in, and I've been working on this corner, and I was thinking all wrong on it. I decided it's not going to work out the way I wanted to work out. There's just so much damage on it. So what I've done with is I'm making a patch for it. Now this patch here for me is going to be probably pretty difficult. Certain dimensions on it have to be right, or it just won't line up at all. So anyway, what I got here, I got my piece here, and I bent this radius on it. As you can see, it's even. It looks pretty good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this out right here. And then I'm going to come down this side, and I'm going to replace it all from this line. I don't know if you can see the line or not. There, I think you can see it. That line right there. And then all the way down to the bottom here. I'm also going to come around the corner and replace a very large section of this all the way around. All the way up to there. Now, I have to put them together before I put the patches, before I weld them in. I'm going to make them separate, and then I'm going to put them together before I put them on. Let me try to explain what I'm going to do here. Okay, so this has these have lips that are bent in and come together right here, and they're welded together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to try to get a flange on it if I can. If I can't, I can't. We have the top of the inner fender well down here, and hopefully my patch is long enough I can get my flange tool in there after I get it cut. It's going to be close. So here is how I made my patch. Okay, I used PVC here, and I clamped it down with the sheet metal underneath of it on the table, and then I got everything lined up and straight and square as I possibly could, and then I clamped this down on it, and I bent the steel up, pushing it up against the form I got here. Now, I figured I needed to be 6 inches around. That was what the piece is on the truck, is 6 inches around to get my shape. So what I did was I used 4-inch PVC couplers, and that got me approximately 5 1/4, I believe, or a little bit more than 5. Looks like about, call it 5 1/16. Okay, and that was pretty good. I knew I wouldn't be able to get it tight, so you know, I had to you know, it kind of had to allow for it, and the 4-inch PVC couplers worked out fine. And all I did, I never glued anything or anything. I cut 4-inch PVC there and pushed them all together to keep them lined up. This is not the flattest surface. Those couplers are tapered, but it worked out fine. There's no creases in my bend or anything like that. We're not, you know, you just can't get it that tight against it. So then I also have some 4-inch PVC, and excuse me, I took and I used that to actually tighten up my piece by hand where it needed tightened up. So this took me a little while to do. I have a practice piece right there. But I took my time. I knew what I was looking for. There's my practice piece, and I got it, you know, right, pretty much where I want it. I'll show it to you on this side. It's actually easier to see on this side because the metal's a little better, and you can see that's pretty darn close right there. So, and I got it pretty square because it's about the same distance down on both sides from the lip up there. So, what I'm doing now is I'm going to mark my deal out, which I got my line right there. Now, I'm going to put a flange on that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure down. I'm going to go down about 1/2 inch for now, and that'll make it, if anything, a little bit long. I can trim it up, and we're going to have to sneak up on this on all sides, you know, because when it comes around here, if the distance between where this lip is rolled in, if this distance to the beginning of that radius is not right, it ain't gonna fit. And I don't know if I have but maybe one shot to get that bend right. I don't think I can bend it and then move the bend if I miss it a 1/16 of an inch or something like that. So that's what's going to be hard about it. At least that's what I'm thinking. I've been thinking about this for a day or so, studying on it and deciding what I'm going to do. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get me a line about 1 inch in from here all the way down. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I'm also going to try to put my little flange right here. Okay, and then we'll have areas of structure that this spot welds to inside. So let me see if I can get it cut off here. Let me make some more marks on it, and we'll see what we can get here. Okay. So I was just wasting my time with it the way it was. I could not get the shape down here. I just could not get this pulled out and get it the right shape. The shape of it down here, which you probably can't tell on the camera, is far different than it is up here, and this is pretty close to being right. So, you know, that's shitty work in my opinion. I don't want to do shitty work. You know, I'm trying to do the best job I can, and I think I can make it better. That's why I'm doing it. So I should have done it in the beginning. If I would have done it in the beginning, I'd have far less time in it than I already have in it, messing with this. So in the future, I'll try to keep that in mind. I just could not get this the way I needed it to be. It started tin canning real bad back here in the back. Well, right there, you can hear it, and I just can't get that out. I know that you can shrink stuff and all that, but I just don't have any experience of that, nor I've tried it a few times, not on this, but I've never been successful at making it work for me. So this will be good. The piece will be straight on this side and this side. The filler will be minimal, and it's just going to be a better job. It's what I should have done in the beginning. So let me work on this a little bit here. I'm going to make me a couple marks. Alright everybody, we're back. I've got the rear section cut off of here. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut this section off right here also. Then we'll get everything cleaned up, and we'll start putting in flanges, and we'll make sure all of our surfaces that we get spot weld to are straight. We'll have to hammer and dolly those out and see how uneven they are, and we'll hopefully we'll get it to all fit together and get it to go on. We got a little bit of rust right here near this body mount. It's pretty strong. Oops, it's pretty strong. It's not messed up underneath, so I'm going to clean that up and just put some of that rust slow down stuff on it or whatever, and that's the best we can do with that. So this Jeep is 21 years old. I would imagine all the body mounts look just like that, if not worse, maybe a little better. Jeep's rust, and but we still got integrity under our mount, around our mount. Just held a little water here between this panel that went up and down here and here. So we'll get on that, and we'll go ahead and cut the rest of that off. I've been sitting here ciphering over this, and we'll see what happens. So windshield guys still haven't showed up to work on the windshield, and it's hot today. It's a warm one. Looks like about 98 in the shade, and it's really humid. I think they said our dew point today was going to be like 80, 81. So that's some heavy air. So we'll do some more work on this, and I'll turn the camera back on, and we'll see where we're at. So stay tuned.